the participants which attend to the conference to come with us.
Okay, I think our colleagues will some of them they are already in the Zoom. I'm Elena Makovey. It's nice to meeting you. I will be your host. Okay. Can you hear me? Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. So sorry for these few minutes. I will be your host. Okay, yeah. Good. So I will let Thomas to tell a little bit a few words maybe about the project. We are here at the conference of the Romanian counselors. We are in Craiova, where this kind of conferences are like a tradition in the last 5 years. And here we discuss the challenges at the national levels and the general aspects of the career counseling and of the career counseling centers in higher education. So I will let Thomas maybe to say a few words for those interested in the projects. Thomas? Okay, so Thomas cannot speak. We said to our participants that it is an European project, just the general things. Okay, but is already wait, Vasile, it's I think the other participants knows that we are starting now. Yes, as I said before, this is the conference where all the career centers, or almost all the career centers in Romania, are trying to participate and to see the challenges that we are facing, to exchange best practices, and to see what it can do related to the legal framework and how we can change the things for the students and how we can be effective in Romania in general in higher education related to the career counseling, of course. Okay, so I will start and pass the yes, Silvan.
Irina. Hi everyone. Thomas just write me that he is not able to speak now. and we will start without an introduction of the organizer and coordinator of the project. We are now in a large event with online component of our project, forum project, which involves 4 countries from Southeast Europe, based on career counseling, and now we will discuss about career counseling in universities. Also, in the same time, in Romania, there is a large conference of the career counseling organized by University from Craiova and Romanian Association of Career Counselors. We will have 2 different participants. Will be online participants in the conference of the project, and also participants which are involved in the Craiova University in a conference organized by Craiova University and ACROM. I think all of you already know a lot of information about our project, so I will let the Irina to introduce you in content of the today conference. Irina,
So, okay, in this webinar, we will have the perspective.
Irina, please take care that you and Marianne are doing microphony.
Yes. I think it's you. No? Oh, okay. Okay. So now I think
Now it's okay. You can start.
Yeah. Okay. So we have. It's weird. Okay.
Yeah,
Acum, okay. No, okay. We have 4 countries in the project. It's Hungary, which is the coordinator, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Romania. And we will see the general perspective of career counseling in higher education from these countries. And we are seeing the word to the Czech Republic representatives, and see in 15 minutes what are the general overview of the career counseling centers in Czech Republic, and which kind of challenges are you facing, and which kind of services are you offering to the students?
So good morning to all. Good afternoon. Sorry. My name is Zuzana Freibergová, and I am here on the behalf of the Czech partner of the Association for Career Guidance and Career Development. Can I share the screen?
Yes, I think you can.
Yes, I will try.
Yes, it's okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I will very shortly introduce you student services provided by the Czech higher educational institutions, of which an integral part is career guidance. So in the Czech Republic, we have 53 higher education institutions in which are studying more than 300,000 of students. More than 90% of them are studying at the public higher educational institutions. And you see that we have nearly the same number of public and private higher educational institutions. Why I speak about the higher educational institutions, not only about universities, but we are distinguishing between university and non-university types. The non-university types are quite small ones, and they do not provide PhD study programs. Provision of student services is governed by the Higher Educational Act, which says in one sentence, in fact, that the public higher educational institutions have an obligation to provide information and guidance services related to studies and graduates' career opportunities. The thing is that each higher education institution implements this obligation on their own individual way. So there is not a common systematic way, and there is not a common system of providing career guidance and other advisory student services. These services are based on trends, experiences from abroad, and to some extent also according to the needs of students, because number of students struggling with various academic, psychological, and other problems is generally growing. The only body that somehow evaluates provision of student services in terms of their scope, availability, functionality, and so on, and data provision is National Accreditation Authority, and failure in provision of student services should influence state agreement to provide higher education study programs. What is important to say that in 2008, the Czech higher education counselors were establishing an association of higher education counselors that is organizing a lot of activities supporting counselors' professionality and exchange of good practice. For example, this year in 2025, they organize more than 20 both face-to-face and online seminars, webinars, meetings, and so on. And concerning career guidance, once a year, the association is organized a special meeting of higher education institutional career guidance centers. Here you can see main thematic areas of higher educational guidance and counseling that is offered to students, but not only to students, because it is also on decision making on higher educational studies, so also for the applicants. They help to students in their choice of higher educational study programs, and as well choosing individual higher education institution. They also provide the areas of counseling is also study guidance, educational, psychological aid, and counseling, and of course career guidance in the last years of their study. But these are not only the areas that the higher educational institution provide advice. You can see here that they provide also some additional advising services. This week, I visited all of the 53 Czech universities' websites, and I checked provision of their student services. And here you can see the result, which doesn't include provision of study advising, because this is provided, of course, by all higher educational institutions, both university and non-university types. On the other hand, I was unable to find any student services at 15 from 20 private higher educational institutions and one and also any at one of state universities. That was Police Academy, and one public university, the Academy of Fine Arts. Maybe they provide some student services, but there was not any possibility to find it on their web pages. The remaining 38 higher educational institutions declare on their websites provision of psychological aid and counselling. This was this I found at 31 schools. Career guidance, I found it at 26 higher educational institutions, and support services for students with special needs, which is very interesting and important. It is 19 higher educational institutions, which is not only providing, but also they do have web pages for this kind of special service. Additionally, but in very small numbers, you can see that the Czech universities, higher educational institutions, provide also some legal advising, spiritual counseling, socio-legal and socio-economic advising, addiction counseling also in one university, intercultural advising, healthy lifestyle, and so on. So this was very, very briefly about it. And my presentation from the Czech Republic will continue. You will now learn about career guidance services provided by the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague. What is interesting is that this university, among other study programs, provides study program concerning focused on career guidance, which name is Career Guidance and Education. And it is provided by the Institute of Education and Counseling. And this is the only university study program focused on career guidance in Czech Republic. So thank you for your attention. And now I will give the floor to Přemysl Gubány, head of the Career Center from the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague.
So, hello everybody. My name is Přemek. I'm from Czech University of Life Sciences. Probably Zuzka, you will operate my presentation.
Yes,
so
yes,
if you can put another slide. So the Career Center is the part of the University Counseling Center. As you see, we are quite a small operation, but not that small compared to other universities. Our university has 22,000 students. So for 22,000 students, this is the amount of manpower we have. I personally work for Career Center 11 years. I was the one who established that in our university, and I'm operating since as one-man army. So, people called me head of Career Center, but in fact, they should call me executive assistant of myself, something like that. So this goes to our main challenges. So our main challenges is the money and manpower and stuff. So for our operation, we need to earn at minimum 30,000 euros per year to be able to sustain the services provided to our students. From this money, we are paying partially salaries, we are paying external lectures and our own training and development. This is connected with the biggest struggle, and I think you have it as well, because this is the word spread disease. The students are not so much interested, so we have to somehow interest them to participate in our events. I don't care much about career development events where we are training them, which are internally somehow covered, but I'm mainly focused back, please. I mainly focus on events which are made with the companies together with employers, because they are the one who are paying us. Everything what we are doing in our career center, it's based in theory. We are using two big theories frameworks. One is chaos theory in careers. If you don't know it, I highly recommend it. It's very cool reading. Or John Grunwald's happenstance learning theory, and I think it's very well known. Now we can go to the next slide. So what we can do, what I can do actually, in this 1 year, we have what we are offering to our students. There is this one-to-one career consultations, which we are holding in Czech language and English language, because 30% of our university are international students. I'm able to do 100 to 120 consultations per year. This year, actually, it looks a little bit more different. I think I will have 150 per year. I'm more overscheduled. Then we are offering career development workshops to our students, usually 15 per year. They are focused on developing various career or job hunting skills. We call it chance event mastery, LinkedIn mastery, job seeker in 21st century, and another 13 events per year, which we are doing together with employers. It's the career fair, which probably it's like almost everywhere, and the other events, and I will tell you about it a little bit later. So next, please, Suska. So best practice. What is the best practice? I can't tell you what works the best, because every year works something else the best. But what we are the best, I think, it's the testing new ideas. We are constantly developing new ideas and new programs and testing them, what works and what not works. For example, internship festival, which somehow wasn't a really good event at the end. Thesis festival, when we are trying to match students with the employers in terms of like cooperation on building the thesis topics. Now, this year we tested hidden jobs. We ended this yesterday, actually, when we ask companies to introduce departments which are not so obvious. You know, everyone can understand what sales do or marketings do, but there are this operational shared service and services and others. So we had 3 companies attending to that, and we are trying constantly to measure our performance. We are using various scales, testing them. We tested career adaptability scales, career decision self-efficacy scales, and career change scale from Switzerland for consultations. Next one. We also have a career seminar, which is a semester-long career education program, which university is offering to students from study programs which not performing that well in terms of unemployment rate or fresh graduates unemployment rate. We have 2 of those programs. We tested, I call it, we had already 11 pilots, and we tested in different formats this program, and I can show you how this program performs in the next slide. As I mentioned, we are trying to measure everything. So for this one, we used career decision self-efficiency scales, and we then calculate the change effect or size effect on Cohen's D, and you can see how this different formats performed through in total. So you can see this. The longer course takes, the better outcome we have. So next slide. This we can skip, because I think I was thinking to talk about it, but I don't want to bother you with that. So if you can switch to another. And as I said, that we are currently developing new ideas. So for next year career fair, we are preparing something what is called Testival, when students can test their abilities to talk with the companies. So as Zuzka said about this career guidance study program, so with students from this program, we are preparing like fake or mock-up career fair day prior, when other students can come, and they will get some. They will be thrown into situations, and then they can test all of these ideas from trainings, how to talk, how to introduce yourself, how to ask good questions, and they can test it on the students of this career guardians program, and they will get feedback, and I hope at the end they will be more ready and to perform in career fair and really get the desired jobs and desired information what they want. And for next year, we are also like to improve or contribute to Career Development Month. I tested it on our university this year. It was hell of the month. It's not finished, but it's almost finished. But for next year, I would like to get other universities from Czech Republic on board, that we can offer our students like some shared online workshops, that every university can contribute with their specialty and skills and their contacts, and maybe we can develop something what can engage whole Czech Republic during this Career Development Month. And so next year I can tell you if it works or not. And I think this is the last one when I just say you are welcome, because I'm not really a big fan of thanking people for listening for presentations. Whether you are welcome when you like it. If you didn't like it, then I'm sorry. It happens. And I think that's all from me.
Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank
We have a question for you from Renata. What proportion of your students do you reach per year within all activities, and how many people you have in group activities like workshops, seminars?
Okay, we are able to reach. So for consultation, I shared. For workshops, in total, without career fair, it is between 1,200 to 1,700, varies from year to year. And for one workshop, hard to say. If we have some online workshops that are not so active, there can be. We had with MSD Tuesday there was 93 people on call. If I have like LinkedIn Mastery, there can be between 20 to 77 was the maximum. And if we are talking about in-person workshops, so for AB InBev hidden jobs, we had 92 participants. And for this career development, hard to say, but it varies between 7 to 30 or 50. Very much depends. But I am able, for example, this career development program, which goes through whole semester. We have there usually 30 students, but I test it in other university, and we are able to do it quite actively with 70 students. But I can't do it alone with this number, so we need to have at least 2 people, 2 facilitators to make it somehow active. And
Thank you. And I think we have only one more question. Do you start to work with students in final year of study or earlier?
our programs are offered to everyone, and whenever there is something what focus on the last year of study, this one program, this career educational program, and students there complain that it's too late, and this is in fact probably true. What I know that like 93% of students of our university working during their studies, and from one of our surveys, which is older one, we know that students at the end of the bachelor studies, so in their third year of study, like 70% of them, they think they know what their career might looks like. So in my opinion, at the end of the studies, we are offering for those who feel lost, so they can come to somehow check up, but we are trying to influence the youngest one. So yeah, we are doing a lot of programs for first year students. On them, I'm focusing the most with something when you can force them. The older students you can't force that much or motivate them, because the freshmen, they are like, oh wow, there is some event for us. Let's do it. Let's go for it. So and we are also doing something for alumni. There are 1 events per year, but it doesn't really have much attendance. I think like 3-4 people attending per year. And yeah, that's. If you have more questions, ask me. If you want to come to Prague, come to Prague.
Yes, that's great.
If I can,
you want to say something?
If you don't mind, I can also ask Przemek. I find very interesting that you are with and other colleagues from career guidance centers meeting, doing meetings probably each year. Yeah? And can you tell something about this? How many centers and what you are doing during the meetings?
So once a year we have 2 days meeting it was, and there is the third one, we call it party day. So not everyone is coming for that day. What is cool about this, that it's not the one university who is doing that, and you know that every year we are in the same university, but the like leads for each year, it's a different university, and everyone is eager to be a leader for that year. So we are going from one unit to another unit. I think this like ideas of meeting, it's 8 years old, maybe even older. And what we are doing, we are sharing what we've done in past years. We are sharing how our ideas performed, which worked, which doesn't work. We are sharing our struggles. So it's all every year more or less the same. You know, we don't have enough students, or we don't have enough money. We are sharing ideas for projects. We are trying to find some grounds for corporations, and trying to find some funds, and yeah, and there is also some space for development. There are some workshops, how to keep our mind fresh, or how to utilize AI in our work. We cooperated 2 years ago intensively with Microsoft in these events. So that's it. And how many? Hard to say. I don't have it in my head, but like 20 universities for sure. Everyone who has career center, let's say more active, not because in some universities they are offering career services, but it's usually part of this study department, and there is someone who is doing career counseling for 0.2 FTE. But usually those who has at least one or more, they are coming. Everyone is public. Public universities. I think we had 2 private, and that's as Juzuska said, that the private universities doesn't usually offers the career guidance, or they are not advertising it because it's quite expensive, and they are smart, and they don't want to waste resources on that. So, and it's not so easy to collect those money from companies, and this 30,000 euros, it's kind of hard work, let's say.
Przemek, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for to our Czech partners. And for your information. It is very valuable. And we will go further to Hungary. I will share the Claudia presentation. Claudia, are you starting?
Yes, thank you very much. Let me just...
Okay, I will try to share it. Just a minute. Okay. Are you seeing it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So please tell me when you want to change the...
Yes, I will. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Claudia Tolli-Gáspár, and today I will give you an overview of how career guidance and student support services operate within the Hungarian higher education system. And I will also highlight the policy framework, the institutional practices, and specific service elements that help students navigate their studies and career choices. Yes, can you please go to the next?
Yes.
So this slide is about a helicopter view of the Hungarian system. So in Hungary, career guidance within higher education is regulated, and this legislation requires universities to provide services that support academic progress, employability, and career planning. career centers or student service offices are mandatory parts of the higher education institutions, and they support students with counseling on career choices or CV preparation, job search strategies, and by organizing events such as workshops and career fairs. Now, another important aspect is the integration within the study programs. Career guidance is not a separate service, it is linked to the curricula. So students can see how their studies relate to labor market expectations, and they also emphasize on transferable skills development. The employability support is strong. Universities run internship programs, maintain industry partnerships, and they help students transition from study to work. And these services also include labor market information, personalized counseling, and they ensure that equal access for international students and those with special needs are there. Can you please go to the next slide? Okay, so in the next two slides, I'm going to look at the different types of services offered. The first is the information and counseling systems. So universities operate dedicated guidance offices that have students both with academic integration and long-term career planning. This includes supports both during studies and after graduation. And the second is career counseling and employability services. So students can book one-to-one advising sessions for personalized help with career decisions and CV writing or interview preparation and job search strategies. And there are also group activities, for example, workshops, seminars, and soft skills trainings. And the institutions regularly send newsletters and operate job portals listing internships and employment opportunities. Now, can you please go to the next slide? Yes, thank you. The third is the internship and placement support. So universities coordinate structured internship programs to ensure students gain practical experience. There is a strong employer partnership to help them enter the labor market more smoothly. And the fourth is career fairs and networking events. And basically these events bring students and employers together, and the young people learn about different sectors, and they can meet recruiters and start building their networks. And finally, I would like to mention the psychological and study skills counseling. Many institutions include psychological support and academic coaching within their guidance services, and these services help students manage stress, develop effective learning strategies, and balance academic requirements with career planning. Could you please go to the last slide? Thank you. So career guidance in higher education is also part of a wider national lifelong guidance system, and it is aligned with EU policy frameworks and serves not only current students, but also graduates and adults who may want to go back to education. And the Hungarian Higher Education Counselling Association, FETA, defines several types of counselling. I listed some of them. For example, psychological and life management support. They offer online counseling, equal opportunities and disability support, targeted group support, peer programs, and academic counseling. And they also offer they have a type of counseling, which is one type is career and lifelong guidance, which specifically focuses on helping students who are unsure about their study programs or career directions. And services include considering study pathways or choosing a master's program, exploring job opportunities, or preparing application materials like CVs or motivation letters. And they also do mock interviews. Altogether, this system aims to support students holistically, from academic success to mental well-being and career readiness. And now I would like to give the opportunity to speak to Anett Balogh, who will speak specifically about her work as a counselor.
Yeah, thank you, Claudia. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you see it. Just a second. Okay.
Yes, it's working. It's working.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about my work in particular, which is a bit different from what previously was in this meeting, because I am a psychologist, and the main thing I'm doing is psychological counseling, mental health counseling at the University of Agriculture and Life Sciences in Hungary. This is a very big university because it's basically integrated from four former universities, and we have all different campuses with slightly unique approaches to counseling. But the psychological counseling as well as the career one is available for the students of all campuses. Personally, I work on two of them, in Buda and in Gödöllő as well. This is a service provided for the students by the Center of Student Services, and their main responsibilities include workshops and trainings as well. They are the ones responsible for the alumni programs and basically just helping with non-study related questions by the students. And they provide this mental counseling as well as the career one in the form of 1 to 4 sessions. These are completely voluntary and they only happen in an individual form. So we do offer some workshops and trainings as well, but that's organized by a different part of the university. I am mostly responsible for these individual sessions. Here the aim is to help students to be able to manage and plan their careers and academic lives as well. And the goal is to make them competent and independent in this. It includes lots of areas, but these are all tailored for the students' needs. So what we list on the website is academic challenges, career guidance, and job application topics, but they usually come to me with like all sorts of things that they are interested in. As Claudia mentioned, I work in the framework and under the guidelines of the Hungarian Association for Counseling in Higher Education. They do offer some supervision as well, and they are also part of research groups regarding both mental health and career counseling in Hungary. And about my job on a daily basis, I would like to start with what the students usually expect, what they come to me with. And what I found so far is that some of them do come right at the beginning of their studies because they are not quite sure if they chose the right path. They might be a bit disappointed about what they're studying. They don't really know what to do yet. Or towards the end of their studies when they are actively looking for jobs and they are quite unsure about the application process. They don't necessarily know where to look for jobs, when to start applying, and how to send an application. And what I find as an input that I can give them is obviously there's some methods that are from a coaching background that I bring, which is decision-making models or SMART goals. But also what I think they lack sometimes is that they are not quite sure about what skills they have, what are their expectations in general, and how it compares to reality. Because they usually come under the assumption that what they need to do is find the ideal job, apply to it, and that's it, which is understandable because obviously we are talking about people with usually no real job experience, and this is what's urgent for them now, to find a job as soon as possible after graduating or even before that. But I like to give them some tools to think about what is going to happen after they get the job, or what happens if they don't have the job. So I usually assess their skills, and why I think it's really important, because most of them don't really feel like they have an agency in this current time in their lives when it comes to finding a job. They have all these fears about the job market. The narrative that they hear from everywhere is that it's very hard right now, it's not easy. And they come with this negative view, hearing that it takes a lot of time, a lot of work to find a job, and they don't have experience. So they are all kind of scared about, okay, why are they going to pick me? Okay, I might have the qualification at one point, but what then? And I think it's really important to have them focus about how to be a good employee even after finding that job, and what is something they can already offer that they might not have the qualification yet or the experience, but what are their external and also internal resources. What is a big challenge for me, because I am a psychologist, as I said, so I'm not an expert of these fields, these professional fields where they're looking for a job. So sometimes they have questions that I don't know the answer to. And this is part of what I said, that the aim is counseling, is to help them become independent. And what I usually do is just I sit down with them. I'm trying to be very transparent and tell them, okay, I don't know how to actually find a job in agricultural engineering because I never had to do that. But okay, let's take the computer down, sit down, look at the jobs. What does this mean to you? What is something that relates to your previous experience? And I'm trying to just teach them methods about how to do it later alone. Which sometimes, and this is another challenge, it does lead to disappointment from their side, because sometimes they come with me with very specific questions related to their field of studies that I am not the right person to answer. So I think this is where it's very useful to me to have this support network of the Center of Student Services, because as I said, they do alumni programs. And I usually encourage these students to come to me to maybe go to these events, ask people who have already graduated, and just be brave and actually talk to professors as well. And I think this is a support that, as a counselor or psychologist, I can mostly give them. And another big part is when these students come and book a session with me, I think it's very important to understand that they are in the middle of a normative crisis as well. Two normative crises meeting. The adolescence is still kind of present for these young people. They're still trying to just find their place in the world and just see who they are. They are just becoming independent from their parents, but already at the time they have to think about how to make a living. Do I want a family? How can I support a future family? And they are in a quite vulnerable state. So I think even if they have very specific career focused questions about how to write a cover letter, how to put their CV together, it's very important to just show them that I see that it's hard and it is really hard, and validate their feelings about this. Another thing that's a common theme and recurring theme in my practice is students coming here with learning difficulties, and they received help usually in primary school and middle school as well. And then they come to this institution, they come to university, and they actively have to try and search for that help because there's no teacher really holding their hand. And this is all very new to them. And also, this is something that I think is another challenge because I'm not qualified to help with learning difficulties. And I have some methods, I have some skills, but these people usually are in need of a longer process from a different person who can really help with them. And sometimes they just cannot find resources for that. So also a big part of what I do is I have some templates and just show them how to get a referral if they have a learning disability, where to go about it. And and obviously we have an equal opportunities program that is built to help with this. But I find that some students don't really have this information that it exists. So step 0 is just informing them about what to do. And another thing that comes up a lot is what are the students' own needs and what is pressure from parents or peers or even teachers sometimes. Because mainly this is an agricultural university, especially in one of the campuses in Gödöllő. Lots of students come here from families who have a business, an agricultural business, and the plan for their kids is to take that business over, do that, and they tell them, okay, come here, get a degree, and then you can come back home. And during their studies, sorry?
Alex, sorry to interrupt you. If you can answer very shortly, because we are running out of time. We have a question, so if you can answer in 1 minute, 2 minutes. You said that you encourage students to go to talk to their teachers. Do you also work with teachers to help students with career guidance, or you prepare them in other way for students coming to them?
Not me personally. Again, this Center of Student Services, which I am a part of, they do work with teachers. They do talk to teachers. And obviously, this is a two-way thing. So if I tell students that, okay, just try to reach out for a few teachers, just try to see what's happening, they ask for help from the Center of Student Services. And then the teacher can also come to me or come to the center. So there is a conversation going. It's mainly an informal conversation, but it is happening. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from my presentation.
Thank you very much for your presentation and information. And I will ask the Slovak partner to tell us about how is the guidance in higher education in
Hello, yes, thank you very much. I will now share my presentation. I hope you can all see it.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks for the confirmation. I will follow up on my colleagues and their presentation. It's really nice to hear that we all share the same issues and same problems and challenges. To start with, I would like to talk about the legal framework here in Slovak higher education. As far as I know, the first time that the career guidance was a part of Higher Education Act was in 2022. And fortunately, it stayed in our new Higher Education Act under the support services and counseling services. I have the citation, translated citation of the law, but all the higher education institutions in Slovakia are supposed to provide students with free of charge counseling, usually with the goal of improving the mental health of students, their motivation to study, to assist with the problems that could jeopardize their proper completion of studies, and also help them to apply themselves on the job market or labor market. Counseling is usually considered as psychological counseling, career counseling, and counseling in effective learning. Now, related to the law on higher education is a fairly new act on adult education, which was previously known as Lifelong Learning Act. So I will just say some keywords that are some changes that are now in the process. Some not yet applied. Some are in the process of application. So there will be some changes in micro credentials. Individual learning accounts are now in practice. Also, some changes in professional qualification and the recognition of non-formal education, and our system will be linked to the European qualifications framework. Slovak higher education and career guidance. Please take this as my subjective opinion on the situation. What are some advantages and some challenges we are facing? We have 35 institutions in Slovakia and almost 150,000 students. So as you've seen, the law is according to some is quite vaguely written, but I can see it as a plus. So we have the autonomy to set up our services according to the needs of the individual institutions. The really good thing that now the universities have obligation to provide guidance to students, which means that we do not rely on the goodwill of our university governing bodies. So it's not that easy to just cancel these services. Usually in Slovakia, the career guidance is linked to practice about internship services, career days, and all the events that my colleagues mentioned. And it's also connected with support services, as has been mentioned, psychological counseling and mental health services. What is a challenge? It's an uneven quality between everyone is having limited funding and staff. Also, lack of official standards for career counselors, which is now in the process of certification, and we are working on that. So the career counselors in working with adults can get certified. And as my Czech colleague mentioned, low awareness and low enrollment of students in the career services and workshops, webinar. I mean, I do understand that they are overwhelmed by all the things that they have to do for the university, but also we still didn't find the methods or forms how to motivate them to care enough to come and attend all the services provided to them. So I'm also a director of the University Counseling Center at Pavel Josef Šafarik University in Košice. So I will now talk more about that. We offer complex services to our students, which include psychological counseling, career guidance, effective learning counseling, social and legal counseling, which are less used, and we also support students with special or specific needs. Our services, we provide them for 2 universities in Košice, so roughly it's around 10,000 students that can use our services, and the services are offered in Slovak and English language, on-site and online as well. As you see, this is our statistics from previous 3 academic years. We're mostly overwhelmed by psychological counseling, which is on the rise every year. And we also have 2 full-time psychologists, and career guidance and effective learning counseling is provided by one person who has a part-time job. This is 50% contract. So you can see that on the numbers they are getting low. It depends always on our staff situation. So the demand is a bit higher than the numbers you're seeing because we cannot cover everything we need currently. Something about the statistics that of the individual counseling, that students are coming to the individual sessions. Usually, or the higher numbers we have is career planning, consultation of the CVs, cover letters, etc. We help them with job search. The thing that it's on the rise is the change of study program. So they want to change their field of study. They feel that they might have chosen a field of study that's not for them in the end. So we help them with that and with career decision making and self-development as well. And lately we also have students that are coming with the topics of using AI in career, or some fears that maybe AI will take their future jobs. We're also working with the topics of green guidance, which is fairly new. And yeah, this is kind of the trends that we are seeing right now, these months, I would say. So the framework that we are working with, this is kind of a model or the concept we created. I will talk about each part of the complex services we offer. The first part is the information. We provide students with up-to-date information about labor market trends, employment opportunities, about the documents they need to apply for a job. Also, as I mentioned, AI and career, green guidance, etc. And we do offer that in a group session, which are workshops, webinar, trainings, and during the individual counseling, where the information are more tailor-made, let's say. Self-knowledge, or maybe it's better translated as self-awareness. We help students with getting to know themselves better, to identify their strengths and weaknesses, and to be generally more aware of their own competencies, values, preferences of their workplace. And also it's in a group setting or individual, but we also do offer e-learning program we created, and it's called My Career. This program help students understand the functioning of the job market, to create a career plan in a very interactive way, and to create some kind of basis for their future work. It has 10 steps. You might know it as my portfolio, or I think those things are generally known, but we've made them into a very, very interactive program with videos, exercises, and things like that. We try our first year students to enter the program at the beginning of their studies. We have some faculties that are using this program as a part of their first year program. So all of those first year freshmen are entering this program. So this is really good also for our future and marketing. So they know that these services exist, and one day if they realize that maybe they need our service, they know where to find us. The third part of the model is the development of competencies. So if the students have all the information about the labor market, they know themselves, they know their strengths and weaknesses, they can enter the number of our workshops, webinars, seminars, trainings, etc., which goal is to develop their key competencies and career management skills. And the final part, the job opportunities, if they follow all the I'm not saying that they have to follow all the program, they also can enter the workshops anytime during their studies. But in this part of the final slide, job opportunities, we want our students to be in touch with the job market, to know what's really going on behind the academic curtain, let's say. So they are in touch with employers in the events as career fair or internship fair. We also cooperate with employers. So we have a career club at the university, which now consists more than 40 employers who cooperate with the university on a long-term basis. The employers can also organize with the help of counseling center their own presentation and workshops for the students, but they are not very attended. So it's always better if we can work with the employers to enter the lectures and seminars offered to students as a part of their study, and they provide the practical information during those seminars. And we also created a job portal a few years ago, and it's part of our academic information system where our students have their schedules, their grades, and it kind of organizes their study life. So we do post job offers we receive from employers, and we can also filter it by faculty, by the field of study, year they are studying, and some other employers' requirements. So the goal is to not become a spam folder for students. So our medical faculty students, they see their only the job offers they are intended for them. So thank you very much for your attention. If you want to get in touch, this is my email, and I'm here for the questions as well.
Thank you very much, Veronica. And we have also from Thomas a link in chat if you want to look about the freshly published toolbox on green guidance, which is available also in English and Slovak. And it will be also in Czech soon. And of course, it will be soon on website and handbook. So thank you.
Că am oprit camera, decât aud ce vorbesc ăștia.
Can you close your microphone? Thank you. I will also start very shortly my presentation. Just a minute. Which is a little bit more general, but we'll try to to learn some more details about the Romanian framework. I don't think it's working. Are you seeing my presentation?
Yes.
Yes. Why it's not working? Fine. Oh, okay. Okay. Now. Okay. Great. Okay. So I will go a little bit. I will say about the legal. We have also a legal framework in Romania, which giving information and requirements about the activities that the career and center in higher education should do. And we have some objectives about supporting students in planning and managing the educational and professional life, reducing the university dropout rate, and also connecting the students and the labor market. I will go with the types of services. And we have some individual services like individual career counseling, and in some universities we have also psychological counseling, but it's not a rule to all the universities in Romania. And we have also assessment tools, psychological assessment and student assessment. But also it's not throughout all the Romania. We have also group services like workshop,
Irina,
seminars,
Irina,
in CV writing, in interview, in job search, but also some of the workshop and group counseling related to releasing stress, anxiety on the psychological part. And of course, self-knowledge workshop, also via online or face-to-face sometimes. In the last years, we have, at least at the University of Bucharest, we have more of these group interventions in online. And of course, we have the employer engagement to career jobs, job fairs, company presentation, alumni talks, internship coordination at most of the faculties.
Irina, your
Yes?
presentation is still on the first slide.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I will try then to go like this, maybe. Is it? Are you seeing now the types of services? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good. So I will go on the some of the important aspects. We have point related to policy and strategy. And although policymakers are mentioning career guidance in the education and in employment as strategies, but we have an uneven implementation in higher education. For example, there are differences between big cities and small cities universities, between private sector and public sector, and also one of the important aspects is if the career center or the people in the career center are part of projects with funding, it's really important, with European funding or other types of funding. And we have an uneven access here related to the human resources, related to financial resources, to material resources in general. And we also have here the fragmentation between ministry, between the education ministry, the labor ministry, and other institutions. Related to the resources, many university career centers in Romania have mostly small teams. they are understaffed. We just discuss in the morning in our conferences that is like one psychologist or career counselor, and the mean is at 1 per 7,000 students, so it's an enormous workload for some of us, and we have also mixed roles between administration, teaching, and counseling sometimes for those who are working in career centers. Limited training and professionals who are not really trained in career guidance, but most of them in psychology, pedagogy, HR, or administration. And one more aspect to be mentioned is the student engagement. Sometimes, or most of the time, they are coming in the final year. We have also some of the students are coming in the first year. And one other aspect is that the families have highly influence in Romania in career decision, in decision related to the job, to choosing a job, and also they access more the informal networks and personal contacts in job search, and it's not like a structured search like sometimes searching, let's say, on the job platforms. One more thing is related to the integration in the curriculum. In Romania, it's career education and career counseling is optional and extracurricular. And about we track the graduate employability. It is an important aspect, and maybe another important aspect, as I said, is the participation in EU mobility programs like Erasmus Plus and other projects with European funding. Okay, I will try to shorten this and go through this. The psychological support usually is related to the transition, to study, to work, from bachelor to master degree, and to find a job. Here are the main subjects or issues that we are focused in psychological support, but also in career development. I want to develop more here. One more thing that I could mention maybe is sometimes the stigma related to the psychological counseling. There is still the idea about if you're coming to the psychologist, you are crazy or something like that, or you need treatment or something like this. There is still this idea in the Romanian society, unfortunately. And I think this could be maybe the most important aspect of Romanian higher education system related to the career counseling and psychological counseling. We have some problem related to the internet, but I think you can still hear me, right? Okay, I will send you the presentation, but I think you already have it. I'm not sure if all the presentation of all the partners. Should I put them in a drive and send it to you? do you have all the presentations?
At the end of after the conference, Tomasz will put all the presentations of the website of the project.
Okay, great. If we have any questions between the partners. Oh yeah, Thomas is saying that he will share the presentations. Okay. Any questions or conclusions, maybe? A few minutes? No? Okay, so thank you all for joining us and for the participation and for your information. I think we have similar systems, but of course each of them with specificities, cultural specificities, and I think in counseling also we need to consider the cultural specificities. And thank you very much to all. So I declare close this panel if there are not questions or comments.
Thank you, Irina, for the facilitating the event, and please follow the web page of the project in order to find information about the next event we will organize in the project. And also we will have soon some instruments based on career counseling, best practices on the web page.
And we have a feedback form, and we have also there the link for of the project. So thank you very much. Please also fill out the form. It takes 2 minutes. You can find it in chat. So bye-bye.
Please, thank you for participation. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for participation. Bye-bye. Have a great evening.
Bye. Thank you.